A summary of the news now on BBC One with Anna Ford.
In the last hour, we've heard that Martin Dugid, the 12-year-old boy from Blackburn who disappeared 6 days ago, has been found safe and well in West Sussex. Martin disappeared from his family home after a row, but police say this morning that he was found after a concerned member of the public in Worthing told police about a man and boy sleeping rough in a bus shelter near the seafront.
Missing Blackburn schoolboy Martin Dugid has been found safe and well by police and will be reunited with his family. A 36-year-old man has been arrested and is in police custody in the south of England. Martin was traced earlier today as a result of a partnership between the police, the media and the public. Media representatives are asked not to approach the family at this time. The family are extremely happy to be told the news. Thank you.
The Chinese President Jiang Zemin, who has condemned the attack by NATO forces on the Chinese embassy in Belgrade as an act of the utmost barbarity. But at today's MOD briefing, the Defence Secretary George Robertson insisted that it had been a mistake, which was very deeply regretted. The Russian envoy Viktor Chernomyrdin is on his way to Beijing to discuss the latest developments with Chinese leaders.
The crowds may be smaller, but the anger remains on the streets of Beijing. For a third day, demonstrators again gathered outside the American and British embassies, protesting and throwing stones as the security forces simply watched. The Foreign Office is advising British citizens not to travel to China. The Chinese President Jiang Zemin spoke out today for the first time about the bombing of his country's embassy, condemning what he called NATO's gunboat policy. And Russia's envoy Viktor Chernomyrdin is on his way to Beijing for talks on the situation with China's leaders. At the International Court of Justice in The Hague, the target of NATO's campaign, Yugoslavia, is setting out its case. The British government's legal team, accompanied by colleagues from the other NATO countries, will fight the accusation that the air campaign violates the United Nations Charter. Yugoslavia's representatives are calling for an immediate end to the bombing.
The Prime Minister has led tributes to the Foreign Office Minister, Derek Fatchett, who died suddenly yesterday. It's believed he suffered a heart attack. Mr Blair said Mr Fatchett was an excellent minister who took to government immediately. The head of the diplomatic service said he was greatly admired and would be missed as a keen and effective minister. The insurance company AXA has just announced that it's cutting 2,000 jobs around the country. Most of the redundancies will be compulsory. Also this morning, Marks & Spencer has announced plans to cut around 290 jobs amongst its senior stores managers. Last month, 200 jobs went at the company's head office. In recent months, the company has suffered from disappointing sales figures and boardroom upheaval. That's it. I'll be back at 1 when I'll be talking to a NATO spokesman about the bombing of the Chinese embassy in Belgrade.